All right, so the next technique that we're going to look at for purifying proteins is going to be gel filtration chromatography, aka size exclusion chromatography. So basically what we have is we've got beads, kind of like we had in IEC, but this time, instead of separating based off of cations and anionic proteins, we're going to be separating based on their size. So small proteins, so these beads here have tons of pores, if we could just imagine different pores. And so say it's a really small protein, well, it's going to go in and out of each of these. But if it's a really large protein, it can't really go in and out of each of the pores, so it's just going to go diffuse down. Some other terminology that's important to know is void volume. So void volume is the volume in between all the beads. So anything outside of the fractionation range, which is the range where things will like go in and out of the pores, anything that's too big, it's all just going to go out all at once in the void volume, right? The volume of the outside of the beads. So here we can kind of see a diagram of what's happening. So we'll have our solvent with our buffer solution, and we're going to start putting in our water, or our aqueous buffer solution. And as you can see, our large molecules are just flowing a lot faster. And these red ones, which are smaller, are flowing a lot slower because they're going to be going in and out of each of these beads in each of the pores. So the first thing that we're going to elute is the large ones. And then over time, we'll elute the small ones too after they go in and out of each of them. So yeah, every column has its own fractionation range. This example here was like 10 to 150 kilodaltons. And so if it's larger than that, then they're all going to come out at once, which is what we saw in this clicker question here. It asked if it's 300 kilodalton protein, what would we expect the volume to be where it came out? And it's going to be at 44 milliliters where everything else is, because it's larger than the fractionation range. So everything else that's larger with it will all elute out together at once. So yeah, that's basically what's happening for size exclusion chromatography. Things are just flowing in and out of the beads, and we're going to be separating it based on the size.